Hey everybody, welcome back to another Shoutout Answers devlog. In this devlog, I'm going to be talking about the inspirations that I take and implement into my game. I'm going to be talking about a lot of games in this video. They'll be from a wide variety of genres, but mostly RPGs. Hope you enjoy! The first game I'm going to be discussing today is Shovel Knight, specifically Shovel Knight Plague of Shadows. So, Shovel Knight Plague of Shadows is a very special game to me. It's my favorite game, and it's actually inspired a lot of my work. Mostly through the writing in the game itself, as the writing in Shovel Knight Plague of Shadows is both funny and serious at sometimes, which very much is the style of writing I try to do. Another thing that Shovel Knight inspired in me was good characters. People like Plague Knight, Mona, Percy. All these characters are really well written, and as a player you grow to love them, and I try to do similar things with my characters. The next game I want to talk about is a hidden gem RPG called RFL. RFL is another personal favorite of mine. It follows the story of a girl named Lita traveling through the land of RFL, saving the elves and humans from the vampires. Now, where this game inspired me was mostly in, well, its characters, along with the music and the story itself. The characters of Lita, Doran, Adrian, and Ciri were just really well written in this kind of comical way that made it appeal to you. As Ciri, Adrian, and Lita are all kind of jokesters, while Doran, he knows more than he lets on. And that leads to a lot of intrigue in the game. The music in RFL is also really well done. Specifically, the cave track has inspired a lot of my own tracks. It's also a visually stunning game as well, as the art, for only being made back in 2016, is still really visually stunning on the eyes. The next game I want to talk about is Team Fortress 2. TF2 has inspired me in a weirder way than both RFL and Shovel Knight, as it's mostly inspired me through the Meets and Team videos and just the general love from the fans. So TF2 has kind of inspired me to have well-rounded characters. TF2 also inspired some of the inside jokes in my game, such as the "this is a bucket" joke, which I took from Expiration Date, an animation, and morphed it into something I could use for Shoutout Answers. The next game I want to talk about is one I've been playing really recently. It's Dragon Quest XI. Dragon Quest XI is a very classical RPG, in which you follow the Luminary character in his quest around the world. Dragon Quest specifically, and unintentionally, inspired some of the mechanics in my game. For example, I had made Ken well before I played Dragon Quest in the original Shoutout Answers game. But I realized how much of a parallel he is to Eric. So I decided to look at Eric's design and almost break it down to see what I could do with Ken, as Eric uses similar things, such as statuses and playing off those statuses to do more damage. And I wanted to see how I could use that to make Ken a more interesting character to play. The next game I want to talk about is an oldie but a goodie. It's Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is a game where you play as Chrono, a silent JRPG protagonist, and travel along with his friends to stop a evil imminent alien threat that has crash-landed and will eventually erupt from the planet. Despite being over 20 years old, it still holds up as a really well-done game, and I thought it was really fun to play. Specifically, I got inspired from Chrono Trigger, mostly in its music, themes like Battle with Magus, Shella's theme, so the music heavily inspired me, as well as some of the characters inspired me as well. As you can tell, Magus heavily influenced one of the areas in my game, Magus Cave. I really liked Magus's characterization as he is foe turned friend. He was also really fun to use in combat. So the final game I want to talk about is Mega Man Arena. Mega Man Arena is a very special game to me, as the community is very wholesome and kind-spirited in nature. And in and of itself, it's inspired me to have my own wholesome and positive community in you guys. Mega Man Arena is a fighting game based on Super Smash Bros., where you play as Mega Man and his friends and foes, as well as some newcomers, in a tournament setting. This leading to a lot of potential bouts, such as Airman versus Quickman, Gemini Man versus Gemini Man, even Pharaoh Man versus Flame Man, or Freeze Man versus Bass, so on and so forth. The game's really fun, and I highly recommend you check it out. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. These have been my inspirations from a lot of games that I truly do like. Thank you all for watching. I've been Fire. See ya.